Welcome to another night of GPL volleyball. Tonight, your Panthers welcome in the Waubay Summit Mustangs. This is an ECC conference match. The Waubay Summit Mustangs come in with an overall record of 5-4 and 2-0 so far in the conference. Go through the lineups here real quick. Number 3, a freshman, Elise Aker. Number 5, a junior, Rihanna Jorgensen. Number 6, a junior, Kaylee Boyk. Number 7, a senior, Lizzie Purdy. Number 10, a junior, Addison Heinge. Number 11, the libero, a junior, Bailey Butney. And number 12, a junior, Mackenzie Zubke. The Panthers come in with a record of 6-4, also 2-0 in the conference. We'll go through some lineup changes for the Panthers as we get started here tonight. Mustangs with the first serve, and we are underway. Panther starters: number 2, Watkins, a senior; number 7, Vanelli, a sophomore; number 8, Jolie Lean, the libero, a senior; number 9, Mackenzie Canas, also a senior; number 12, Katura Schleusner, a junior; number 13, Emily Moritz, a junior; and Lauren Hansen, a senior. All right, first point, couple points here now, tied up at 1 apiece. As you were listening to the names, a notable absence tonight for the Panthers. Senior middle hitter Kate Holman sustained a concussion at practice last night, so she's out, not in the building. Maybe watching online, Kate, if you're with us. We hope that you start feeling better soon. Lauren Hansen scores one for the Panthers out of the middle as we get started here in the first. Of course, Kate is one of the main players for the Panthers, often leading the team in kills each night. So we can add her to the list of players that are not on the court. Of course, that would include, that one goes out of bounds. That would include Abby Jenstead, the senior, who had just a tremendous junior season. She's still on the road to recovery after her ACL injury suffered during the last basketball season. All right, this is going to be a hit off the right side by Zubke, and that's going to go out of bounds off the Panther defenders. So Mackenzie Zubke scores one for the Mustangs. The Panthers and Mustangs saw each other a couple weeks ago at a tournament. Panthers won that 2-0. But this is the conference match that matters in the conference standings. So Prawl rips one off the left side, handled by the Mustangs. Heinge out of the middle. About 3 Panthers up on that block. Now Hansen for the Panthers. Strong hit, just a little bit long. Good contact. Just couldn't quite get it to the floor fast enough. So with Holman's absence, it's an opportunity for some others to step up and take on a bigger role. It'll be interesting to see how the substitution patterns will maybe adjusted with Holman being out. All right, senior libero Jolie Lean, the strong serve, and continuing to add to her ace record. All-time leader in aces, Jolie Lean. One more on the tally mark. This one sent across on 2. Panthers are going to go to Prawl, and now she sends it over. Heinge blocked in the middle by Schleusner. Panther block ready for that middle attack. Katura Schleusner, who might see an increased role. One of the players that might be asked to fill the shoes of Holman tonight. Did a good job there getting her hands up on that block. Next serve floats a little bit long for Jolie Lean. So Panthers with a 2-point lead here as we're just getting started in the first set. This is Aker. Serves it across. Schleusner tips it across for the Panthers. This is going to be tied up against the net, punched across. Great hustle by Jolie Lean to cover the back corner, and the Panthers are surviving this point. See where the Mustangs go. They're going to go across to the far side. That was Nealon with the hit. Now Julia Prawl with the strong hit. Lengthy point. Heinge hits it out of the middle, and it's going to find the floor. Addison Heinge scoring that one for the Mustangs. So Aker will serve it again. Panthers going to Schleusner. Nice hit down the sideline for the point. Keturah Schleusner with an impact here in the very beginning of the match. All right, a couple substitutions for the Panthers. Lillian Martins into the front row. Bella Dunsmore back to serve. Overpass, Panthers are going to get it back. Dunsmore running the offense. Schleusner tips it over. This is going to be sent over to Nealon. Panthers ready on defense. Schleusner out of the middle. Gets it over. Nealon again trying that back line. Panther defense is ready. And then Prawl hits it into the net. So Nealon takes the ball, and she'll serve it next for Waubay Summit. And that's going to fall to the floor. Nealon records the ace. One ace apiece for each team here. Just getting going, 7-7. Football score on a Thursday night. This time it's a better pass. Panthers go to Martins. Tough angled shot, just made it over the net. Now sent across by Purdy. Panthers are able to scramble and send it across, and tough one, it's going to fall. Bump kill for Keturah Schleusner. And I think one of the things that the coaching staff is interested to see here, obviously you never want to have players out, but it does present an opportunity to develop some younger players, some depth, that hopefully will be a benefit as the year goes on. Prawl with the strong serve has the Mustangs out of system. Panthers get a free ball. Let's see where Dunsmore goes. We're going out to Vanelli, and her angled shot is just long. Or just wide, I should say. Substitution for the Panthers. Canas checking in. Heinge will be the next server. And that one's going to go into the net. So the Panthers retain the lead here at 9-8. Emily Moritz will check back in for the Panthers. Keturah Schleusner will be the next server. Mustangs going out to the left side and hitting the net and not getting it across. There are the Mustangs. Kind of seems like it's 50-50 if they'll crawl over the tape or not. That time it did not. So Panthers 2-point advantage. Purdy with the roll shot across. Moritz going to Vanelli. She also rolls it over the block. Purdy through the Panther block and down. Nice hit there by the senior, the lone senior. Nope, I'm sorry. Yeah, the lone senior on the roster for Waubay Summit. Panthers go back row to the libero. Nice hit out of the back there. Now they have it again. Lauren Hansen tees it up from the middle. Panthers are able to cover with Canas in the back. Hansen tips it across. Now it's hit out of the middle and landing inbounds for Mackenzie Zupke. Kaylee Boyk will serve it again for the Mustangs. This will be Hansen off the left side. Mustangs go over to Purdy, and she too finds some space there in the back row between defenders, just inside the out of bounds line. So the Mustangs with the 11-10 lead now. Panthers go to Hansen, who pushes it towards the back row, but Mustangs defense is ready. And Zubke hits it off of the Panther block and down. She's up to 3 kills now. And it's a 2-point lead for the Mustangs. Tough serve. Panthers are able to get it across. We're back on our side. Panthers will go to Vanelli off the far side, and that's going to be too far out of bounds. (13-10) Mustangs. And that's going to be an ace serve for Boyk. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. Coach Carley wants to take a minute to talk about it. We'll be back. All right, welcome back to the action. Midway through the first set, Mustangs with a 4-point lead. Moritz goes across the court to Hansen. Her hit is handled by the Mustang defense. And big swing off the far side. It's going to go off the Panther defenders and out of bounds. Purdy scoring for the Mustangs. Panthers need a side out. They're going to go to Hansen on the left side. Nice swing, diving dig by Heinge, and then sent out of bounds by the Mustangs. Finally, they do get the side out they're looking for. Addison Watkins will check in for the Panthers. Emily Moritz will be the next server. Let's see if the Panthers can respond with a run of their own, get back in the set. Panthers will get a free ball across. Now they're in system. Hansen out of the middle, dug by Heinge. Tipped across by Zubke. And the Panthers also tipped it across. Almost fell to the floor, but play continues. Lauren Hansen, nice swing, and that's going to be inbounds. Scored the point for Lauren Hansen. Now she has 2 kills here in the first. Moritz's next serve goes into the net. Next server for the Mustangs will be Purdy. Hansen tips it across. Mustangs go outside to Nealon. Now Vanelli, nice hit. Mustang defense ready for it. Nealon will try it again, and that's going to be off the defender's hands. Might have been going out of bounds. That would have been close. Score a point for the Mustangs with Nealon. So it's 17-12. Mustangs with the 5-point lead. Tipped across by Hansen. Mustangs go out to Nealon again. That one's going to hit the antenna, so that'll be out of bounds. Panthers will take the point. All right, this will be Vanelli with the jump serve. That's going to float too far. Be out of bounds. Next for the Mustangs will be Zubke to serve it. Panthers go to Jolie Lean. And, oh, Panthers not able to handle that overpass. Everyone yelling, nobody moving to the ball. And now it's 6 points, the difference here, 13-19. Julia Prahl pushes it across. Oh, and it's contagious. Not exactly sure who's taking that second hit. Communication. It's not the loudest gym right now. It's homecoming Thursday. I think there's a little bit of homecoming fatigue in the gym right now. Let's see if the Panthers can rally here in the first set and get their crowd fired up. Aker, the freshman, serving for Waubay Summit. That one catches the net and comes down. So we had a string of service errors back and forth here. Lillian Martins and Bella Dunsmore check in for the Panthers. Dunsmore will be the next server. And close, but out of bounds on this near sideline. Service errors. There's probably about the 5th service error for the Panthers here in this first set. Got to clean that up. Nealon with the serve now for the Mustangs. Jolie Lean with a strong hit out of the back row. And then a big hit, but out of bounds for the Mustangs. So the Panthers will take that one. 16-21. Panthers need to pull a string of points here in a row, get back in the set. Mackenzie Canas will check into the Panther lineup and be the server. Mustangs go here on the right side to Heinge, off the Panther block, then sent across. Schleusner tries to send it through the block, sent back to the Panther side. Now the Mustangs will set up Heinge, tries the middle. Dunsmore there to cover. Vanelli sends over a free ball for the Panthers. Mustangs set up Purdy. Nice angled shot for a point. That is the 4th kill for Purdy this set. Mustangs back up by 6. Heinge's next serve goes a little bit long, out of bounds. Katura Schleusner, the next server for the Panthers. And trying to be sneaky with that tip across, but could not get it over the net. So the Panthers will take that point. They need a few more points here consecutively. Schleusner with a good serve towards that back corner. Tied up against the net. Panthers get it. Vanelli almost got it to the floor, but nice sprawling dig by Jorgensen. Vanelli will try it again. Nice hit again. Panthers able to get a free ball in system. Where will Moritz go? It'll be Hansen out of the middle, and that's going to be a winner. Nice execution of the Panthers in system, finally getting a good pass and a good setup for that point. So it is now a 3-point game, 19-22. Schleusner again with the serve. And a nice hit off the left side there by Zubke. Ends the Panther run. Puts the Mustangs 2 points away. She has 5 kills here on the evening. Moritz going across to Hansen, and that one's going to go into the net. So the Mustangs are at set point here in the first set, 24-19. Moritz sets up libero Jolie Lean. That's going to fall. Jolie Lean out of the back row, off of defenders. Panthers need a few more points here to keep the first set alive. Emily Moritz will be the server. Punched across by Purdy. Hansen tips it off of the block. Now it'll be Purdy. Panther hands on it, and it's going to fall out of bounds. Score one more for the Mustangs to win it 25-20 in the first set. We'll be back with set number 2 in a little bit. All right, welcome back to GPL Gymnasium for set number 2. Panthers get an overpass and go right to Lauren Hansen, and she sends it to the floor. Great start for the Panthers. And a substitution here for Addison Watkins checks in for Nyla Vanelli. During that break between quarters, Vanelli was certainly struggling. I'm not sure if she's feeling ill or what's going on. That's going to work out for another point for the Panthers. So Jolie Lean continues to serve. That one, the changeup drops in for an ace. Quick start here for the Panthers, taking the first few points. Jolie Lean, I should say, with another ace, shooting the far back corner. 2 aces in a row. Tied up against the net this time, and it's going to fall to the floor. Purdy was able to navigate the block there at the net to get that to fall. So that's the first point for the Mustangs here in set number 2. This is Boyk sending it across on the serve, and that's going to be an ace for her. Her second ace this evening. Going to have a little pause for some floor maintenance. It is not the warmest of nights here in the GPL Gymnasium. Certainly not like the game on, was it Tuesday, where it was quite hot and sticky. All right, looks like we are ready to resume action here. Moritz going across the net to Hansen, and she hits it into the net. Panthers send it across. This will be Purdy trying to tip it into open space, but the Panthers are there. Hansen out of the middle, and that's going to fall to the floor. Again, a little bit of miscommunication on the Mustangs' part as to who was taking that second contact. Lillian Martins checking into the Panther lineup. Emily Moritz will serve. And she gets an ace. Third ace of the set already for the Panthers. Moritz tries that same area. And it's going to be a point for the Panthers. Moritz with another good serve. This time hit out of the middle by Zubke. Split the Panther block. 2 Panthers were up there in the middle, but it went between them and fell to the floor. Zubke and Purdy both with 6 kills for Waubay Summit, leading the team. Panther leader right now is Lauren Hansen with 5 kills. This will be Lillian Martins. Mustangs set up Nealon. Panther defense is ready. And then the Mustang block is ready for the next one. Zubke with her first block of the evening. And the Panthers lead it now 7-5. Strong serve, but too strong for the Mustangs. The Panthers will take a point. Now serving for GPL will be Addison Watkins. And her serve is going to float too far long. One of the things that doomed the Panthers in the first set was service errors. Hopefully that will be something that they clean up, especially here at home tonight. Now Zubke sends it over for the Mustangs. Hansen from the right side. And the Panthers are able to keep the ball at the floor. That's going to be tight up against the net. Tipped across. And now the Mustangs have it. Set up, this will be hit out of the middle. Big hit by Heinze, but Jolie Lean in the right spot on defense. Parle tried to push it down the sideline. Mustangs were ready. Now will be Hansen, and she's able to find the floor. Lauren Hansen with 3 points here in the second set, 3 kills. Now she takes the ball to serve it. Lauren Hansen, the senior. And nice serve, gets an overpass. Panthers looking to hit that down. Can't get it quite to the floor, but they got the ball back on their side now. And it will be Schleusner out of the middle. Now Heinze tips it across. Sprawling dig, but goes under the net. So score a point for Heinze and the Mustangs. 9-7, the Panthers lead. Lean with the serve receive. Lillian Martins hits it for the Panthers. Now Heinze off of back row defenders. Heinze with a couple points here in a row for the Mustangs. Panthers seem a little bit out of whack. Players are playing in a little bit different positions than they're used to, not in their normal routine. So, see if they can make the adjustment on the fly. Schleusner with the nice hit down the sideline. Katura Schleusner providing some needed offense for the Panthers. Caitlin Richter checking into the front row for the Panthers. Bella Dunsmore subbing in to serve. And nice sprawling dig, but then overpass. Heinze tried to smash it down, but it went out of bounds. Panthers showing some scrappy defense in the back row, keeping it off the floor, and earned the point. Ooh, tough. Right next to that line, just missed it for Dunsmore. So it's 11-9 as Nealon sets up to serve this point. Hey, sneaky attack there by Dunsmore. Caught the defense off guard. Now Julia Prawl will serve it for the Panthers. Tough one, that's not going to make it across. Yeah, tough set. Panthers will take that point, and they stretch their lead to 4 here as we're making our way midway through the second. Mustangs taking the first set, 25-20. Panthers looking to respond here in set number 2. Panther defense ready for the sneak attack on 2. Watkins, a tough athletic play just to keep that in between the antennas. And then the next hit goes into the net. So the Panthers taking advantage of some mistakes from the Mustangs here and playing some scrappy defense along the way have bolstered them to this advantage in the second set so far. Tight one there up against the net. Unable to get it across. Mustangs seem a little bit out of whack here in this second set. Panthers putting on pressure from the service line in particular. Again, out of system are the Mustangs. Panthers are in system, and they're going to go to Schleusner. Blocked at the net. Richter pushes it over for the Panthers. Now Purdy, the nice swing off the defender's hands and out of bounds. Purdy with her 7th kill of the night. Mackenzie Canas checks in for the Panthers. Gonna have a little bit of a pause for some floor maintenance. All right. Heinge is the next server for Waubay Summit. Panthers go outside to Watkins, and she hits it off the tape and down. Score point for Addison Watkins. That's her first kill of the night. Substitution for the Panthers is Emily Moritz. Checks into the front row for the Panthers. Taking the ball now, the senior captain, libero Jolie Lean. Panthers get a free ball. Moritz having options, goes to Hansen in the middle. Blocked, joust at the net, and it's going to ricochet off some Panthers and out of bounds. Score one for the Mustangs. (16-11) score. Panthers with a 5-point lead as we're making our way here through the second. This is Boyk, and her serve is going to go into the net. Thus far, the second set has been a much cleaner set for the Panthers. Eliminating some of those mistakes has impacted the scoreboard. Emily Moritz will serve it again for the Panthers. Mustangs going in the middle. Nice one-handed dig by the libero Jolie Lean. Purdy hits it off of the block and over the defenders. Purdy proving to be a viable, strong option off that left side for Waubay Summit. Now she will be the next server. The Panthers go back row to Lean, and that one time she hits it into the net. Next one from Purdy. Strong serve. Panthers able to handle it. They'll go outside to Martins. Waubay Summit going to Nealon, who has her hit trickle off the net and over. Now Watkins with a nice angled shot. Free ball sent across. Moritz to Watkins. Her shot is handled, and that's going to be a tight set. Nealon tips it over the net, but it's going to go out of bounds. So the Panthers will take that point. There have been a couple of sets here for the Mustangs in set number 2 that have taken their hitters close to the net. All right, Addison Watkins holding the ball, waiting for permission to put the ball back into play. Tough serve for Watkins. Panthers get an overpass. This will be Prawl. A nice swing. She gets some of the best swings without jumping sometimes. They'll go to, well, they were going to go to her, but the ball ended up going to a teammate. Now the Mustangs set up Nealon. He tries to go down the sideline. Hansen tips it across from the middle for the Panthers. Nealon once again, Panther block, slows it down. Now the Panthers have it on their side. Prawl gets set up and hits a nice hit that time off the defenders and out of bounds. Julia Prawl with her first kill of the night. And the Panthers take that lengthy point, now lead at 19-13. Next serve for Watkins is a good one towards the far back corner. Heinge with the back row attack, and that's going to go off of the Panther defenders and out of bounds. So back row score for Addison Heinge, who's now up to 4 kills herself. And we're going to have a pause as more perspiration on the floor. It's not as hot as the other night, but that doesn't mean the humidity's gone. It's still a fall evening here. We'll take as much heat as possible before the cold comes, that's for sure. All right, Zubke will be the next server. Martins tips it into the net, and the Panthers ricochet it off the net a couple times, and they're able to get it over. Now Heinge with a smash out of the middle Score one for Heinge and the Mustangs, as it's now 19-15. Kind of a sloppy exchange by the Panthers, but they're able to get it across. But Heinge out of the middle again. Mustangs have found something with her in the middle the last couple points. Important for the Panthers to work for a side out here. Lead is down to 3 as we're making our way towards the back end of set number 2. Jolie Lean with a strong hit out of the back row. And the Panthers get a free ball. In system, where will Moritz go? A little bit of miscommunication between her and Hansen. Nealon with the swing, and that's going to be a little out of bounds, a little too far. Couture Schleusner checks back into the front row for the Panthers. Lauren Hansen ready to serve. One of the seniors on this Panther squad. And her serve is going to be a little short. (17-20) as the Mustangs give the ball to Aker. And her serve also just a little short. Service errors back and forth a little bit. Update on one of the Panther players, Nyla Vanelli, who was subbed out after the first point in the set, was out of the gym for a while, has made her way back into the gym, but is not on the bench yet. They've got a portable fan blowing on her, so she might be feeling a little bit ill. All right, that was a nice hit off the right side for Nealon. She has her second kill of the night, as she hit that one down the sideline. Now Nealon will be the server with the Mustangs trailing by 3. Overpass by Lean, and Heinge is ready to take that one and hit it straight down to the floor. Addison Heinge with 6 kills in this set alone. And it's a 2-point game. This time Nealon's serve is going to go out of bounds. Mackenzie Canas checking into the Panther lineup to serve. Caitlin Richter checked in to play the front row. This will be Heinge off the Panther block and down. The Mustangs have found the hot hand, but now she leaves the front row and goes back to serve as Heinge. This is going to be Watkins pushing it across. Free ball sent across by the Mustangs. Panthers with options here. It'll be Schleusner trying that back row. Oh, nobody ready for that one for the Mustangs. Everybody on the Mustang side reacting as that ball fell to the floor. Not the time you want that to happen in the set. Jolie Lean waiting for the whistle. There it is. Panthers within 2 points here of taking set number 2. Moritz sets up Hansen, who's going to hit it just long. Missed it by about 6 inches. Chance to really take a commanding position there at the waning moments of the set, but now it's back to a 2-point advantage. This is Boyk, who hits it across. It's going to be an overpass, but then punched across as it was tight up against the net. Hansen able to hit it down in the middle. Lauren Hansen now has 4 kills this set. Lillian Martins checking into the Panther front row. Emily Moritz will put this into play with the Panthers at set point here in the second set. Mustangs are going to go into the middle for Zubke. Now Watkins with a nice swing on it. Aker is going to hit it down the sideline and find some open space. Big moment for the freshman to get her first kill of the night. And so it's 24-22. Panthers still at set point. Purdy will serve it. Moritz, Hansen tipped across. Now Zubke out of the middle, and she's able to power it through the Panther block. Mackenzie Zubke scores one for the Mustangs. Waubay Summit has been able to take care of 2 set points, but we're still at set point here for the Panthers, 24-23. Moritz to Hansen. Nice hit this time, and that's going to fall to the ground. Lauren Hansen with 5 kills in the second set alone, and the Panthers respond, taking the second set 25-23. We will be back in a couple minutes with set number 3. All right, welcome back to set number 3. We are tied at 1 set apiece in this ECC matchup between the Waubay Summit Mustangs and the GPL Panthers. First contact there for the Panthers, setting up Addison Watkins, and she's able to score the first point for the Panthers. Again, Panthers dealing with some players that are out. We already, as a serve for Lean goes into the net, we already mentioned Kate Holman suffering a ball to the head in practice yesterday. She's out with a concussion. Of course, Abigail Jenstead, who's out for the season for the Panthers, recovering from her ACL. We also failed to mention earlier that Catherine Tomzak, one of the other seniors for the Panthers, is dealing with a knee injury right now. She will be back at some point, but not right now. So there's a few players that have been key parts of the Panthers team this year and previous years that are not in action for the Panthers right now. All right, Panthers with the serve receive. They'll send the ball across. Mustangs will be setting up. Oh, not able to set up anybody on that particular one. So 2-2 as we get started here in set number 3. Obviously an important set after each side. It's taken one of the first 2 sets. Emily Moritz tees it up for the Panthers. And it's going to go into the net. One of the big differences, at least from my untrained eye, in the first 2 sets, difference between the outcomes was the Panthers had a lot of service errors and made more mistakes, and they cleaned it up in the second set. It seemed as though the mistakes were tending to be more on the Mustang side. So we'll see how things transpire here as we move into the 3rd set. Next server for GPL will be senior Addison Watkins. And she's going to find some space there along that sideline for an ace. Addison's first ace this evening. Panthers have 5 aces now. Waubay Summit with 3 aces at the moment. This is going to be right up against the net, tipped across. Now the Panthers setting up Prawl. She also will do a tip at a very tight angle. Free ball sent for the Panthers to set up some offense, and they'll turn to senior Hansen, Lauren Hansen, with a nice hit. She now is up to 9 kills. So one of the questions we had with the offense of Holman not available tonight is who's going to step up, and one of those answers is Lauren Hansen, who has been a part of the offense for sure, but a heightened role here tonight as Nealon is able to score that one for the Mustangs. Don't forget to check the football action out tomorrow. Panthers will be in action at 7 o'clock at home at the newly remodeled Allen Mitchell Field next to Watertown High School. The opponent tomorrow night is the Elkton Lake Benton Elks. It's going to be a tough one for Nealon to get to up against the net. That'll fall on the Mustang side, be a point for the Panthers. Katura Schleusner checked into the front row, and Lauren Hansen will be the server. Mustangs scrambling. Can they get it over? No. Unable to get it across that net. Panthers open up a 7-4 advantage here in the 3rd. Mustangs turn to Heinge, and she hits it off the Panther block and out of bounds. So Addison Heinge, relatively quiet in the first set, only had 1 kill. She had 7 in the second set. This will be Grace Althoff checking in for Waubay Summit, and she will serve it. And it's going to float a little bit long. A little bit of uncertainty in the back row as to whether that was going to make it out or not. Some smiles afterwards once it landed too far. Caitlin Richter checking in for GPL to play the front row. Bella Dunsmore into the lineup to serve. Mustangs out of system, but they'll be able to send over a free ball. Panthers turn to Prawl, who tries the angled shot, but that's going to float too far to the side and be out of bounds. Heinge would be the next server. Tough serve, and it's going to fall to the floor. Score an ace for Addison Heinge. Strong serve once again. Panthers send over a free ball. Set up Zubke. She tries that sideline and shoots it just a little bit wide. Zubke third on the team right now with 7 kills. Prawl, strong serve, sent across. A little bit of miscommunication. 2 Mustangs went to tip it, but it ended up working out. Panther defense wasn't able to keep that one alive. I think that was Purdy that got her hand on it, but there was a couple different Mustangs trying to hit that one over. Elise Aker, the freshman, serves it over. This will be Schleusner with the nice hit off the right side. Good job of sending it over there where there was no defenders. And a clean swing for Schleusner. She now has 4 kills this evening. Jolie Lean with the serve. Mustangs going into the middle for Zubke. Now this will be Watkins, nice swing off the left side. Panthers ready for that sneak attack on 2. Lauren Hansen with the nice hit out of the middle, and that's going to fall to the floor. Lauren Hansen into double digits now with 10 kills. So Lean will serve it again. Tied up against the net and unable to send it across are the Mustangs. So it's 8-12, Panthers with a 4-point lead right now. Boyk sends it across. Panther defense is ready. Hansen tried to kind of throw it down, threw it into the net. I think she didn't realize she was a little farther away from the net than she was. And a strong serve from Purdy. Little indecision in the back row by the Panthers. Score the point for Purdy and the Mustangs, and they're back to within 2 at 12-10. This time the serve is handled, but Panthers unable to get it across. So the senior, Purdy, leading her team back into the set. Panthers tried to be sneaky on the second set, or second contact, but it didn't work. However, the next hit goes into the net. So the Panthers end up getting the point anyways. Lillian Martins checking in for the Panthers. Number 3. Emily Moritz serves it across. This is going to be an overpass. Hansen hits it. Ooh, right to a defender, though. And then the setter tried to go over on 2, but got it into the net. Moritz with another good serve. Another tough set, punched across. Play continues. Hansen with a nice hit, and that's going to go off the defenders and down. Lauren Hansen continuing to be dominant in the middle for the Panthers. We're going to have a timeout on the floor called by the Waubay Summit Mustangs. Panthers lead at 15-11. All right, welcome back to GPL Gymnasium. Panthers with a 15-11 lead here in the third set, tied at 1 set apiece. Emily Moritz serves the first one back after the timeout. Lauren Hansen, this time going to be a little bit long. So Mackenzie Zubke will be the next server for Waubay Summit. Moritz going over to Martins, and she hits it down the sideline and in. Lillian Martins, another one of those players seeing a heightened role, scores her first kill this evening. Julia Prawl checking into the Panther lineup, and Addison Watkins will be the next server. Panthers again leading by 4. Heinge with the swing, and the block is rare for the Panthers. Lauren Hansen getting her hands on that one. That's her first block tonight. The 6-foot senior making her presence felt this evening. Watkins with another serve across. Panthers ready for that one as they tried to send it across on the second hit. Now they'll send it over to Althoff. This is going to be Prawl, who tips it off the Mustang block. Ball stays alive, though. Panthers get the ball in system, and they'll set up Hansen. And ricocheting off the net and going over, Mustangs keep the ball alive. Now Prawl, nice cross court. And it's a lengthy point, and it's going to stop right there as it's unable to get it across the net. Good defense on both sides, keeping the ball alive. Finally, the Panthers claim the point. And it's now 18-12. Miscommunication there on the Mustang side as to who is going to get that ball. Prawl with a nice strong hit, but that's going to be just long. Like to see the aggressive approach, though. All right, this will be Boyk serving for the Mustangs. Hansen roll shot across. Althoff for the Mustangs. Now Panthers go back to Hansen, bouncing off of players and getting it across the net. Prawl, ooh, she had open space, but the tip went into the net. So Boyk will serve it again. Mustangs down by 4. Moritz to Martins. Pushed across by the back row for the Mustangs. Now Hansen off the block and over. Mustangs go to Heinge. It rolls on the net and falls onto the Panthers side. Back row hit to be an overpass. Hansen down. Nicely done by the Panther defense, leading to offense for Lauren Hansen. Continuing to have, statistically, this is going to end up being a career night for her. She's up to 12 kills by my unofficial count. And then an ace serve. Score another one for Hansen. I think that might be her first ace of the season, at least from what I've seen from the home games. 20-14, Panthers lead. And another ace. Hansen serves necessarily don't have a vapor trail on them, but they've been in great spots the last couple of points. And they've worked out for points for the Panthers. 3 in a row for Lauren Hansen. 3 aces. Again, I'm not sure in a normal rotation if she's serving, but here she is, not just serving well, but scoring points. 4 in a row. Panther fans are just beside themselves. They can't believe it. What a moment for the senior. She keeps playing with it softer and softer. That is 5 aces. That is absolutely incredible. And then finally went into the net. I think if you ask Coach Carly, she'll trade 5 aces for 1 service error any day of the week. So great run there by the senior. It is 24-15 now. Panthers at set point. And this serve is going to be too long. And the Panthers will take set number 3, 25-15. Set number 4 will be underway in just a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the GPL Gymnasium. We are set for set number 4 here on this homecoming Thursday night. Mustangs go immediately to Zubke, and she's able to get through the Panther block for the first point. It'll be interesting to see how the teams start this 4th set. Panthers pretty decisive victory in that 3rd set. Hanson with those 5 late aces were astounding, but I just felt like the Panthers put a lot of pressure on the Mustangs from the service line in the 3rd set. Kind of throughout the entire thing. Not always resulting in aces, but forcing the Mustangs out of system and getting a lot of free balls sent across. The Panthers were able then to turn that into offense. Speaking of offense, Lauren Hanson continuing. This might be the Lauren Hanson night if the Panthers can come away with the victory tonight. Emily Moritz with the serve. The Mustangs set up Zubke. Now the Panthers go to Watkins through the block and down. Addison Watkins with her 3rd kill of the night. So Moritz Sends it over once more. This is going to be a strong hit off the side, but the Panther block sends it back. Now Panthers with it on their side. Hansen hits it to Heinge. Now Zubke out of the middle. Panther defense is ready in the back row. Watkins off the tape and down. Gets the friendly roll. Addison Watkins. Couple points off the left side here. Moritz with another good serve. Panthers with it on their side now. Tipped by, Hansen had some open space, but she tipped it too far wide. It'll go out of bounds. So the Mustangs will take the point as Nealon checks in to play the front row for Waubay Summit. This is Purdy. Good serve across. Hansen powers it into the Waubay Summit block, and it's going to be a lift called. Nice, strong, aggressive swing there by the senior. Watkins with the serve that tickles the tape and goes over. And then Nealon hits it hard, but hits it too hard, and it goes out of bounds. Strong start here for the Panthers. Again, looking to close out the night here after dropping the first set, winning the last two. This will be Julia Prawl, and she can't keep that one in bounds. She's a hard swinger, but sometimes it doesn't get down fast enough. That was the case there. Okay, this will be Mackenzie Zubke serving for Waubay Summit. Couldn't quite get it over. Hit the white tape and said no, not this time. All right, Lauren Hansen will be the next server. Heinge with the big swing, but lands out of bounds and no touch as it came through the Panther defense. So score one for the Panthers, who now lead at 8-3. Heinge once more, dug well there by Hansen, tied up against the net, and it's going to be a, I'm not sure what's going on. We have a whistle and a head shake, but I'm not sure. It's going to be a jump ball. I think there was anticipation of a violation on the Panthers, but I don't know if it was enough to call it, so they're going to replay the point, I should say. So it's still 8-3. Heinge off the Panther block and down. Addison Heinge is now up to 9 kills by my unofficial count. What is official is the scoreboard, and it's 8-4 currently. Panthers with the advantage. Julia Prawl out of the middle, off with some defenders and down. Score one for Julia Prawl. She's now got 2 kills tonight. Panther substitutions as Caitlin Richter comes into the front row. And Bella Dunsmore, the senior, set to serve. This will be Boyk, who hit it well down the sideline, but Lean is ready for it. And then she tries to hit it out of the back row, but that's got too much air under it. That's going to go out of bounds towards that back curtain. Nealon will serve it now. Schleusner out of the middle, hits it through a block. Purdy tips it across for Waubay Summit. Mustangs scrambling to keep that alive. Able to maneuver it over. Schleusner out of the middle, hits it into the back left corner for a point. Katura Schleusner providing some offense, and now she is up to 2, 3, 4, 5 kills throughout the evening. All right, Julia Prawl, strong serve across. Heinge off the right side, and that's going to split the defenders. Kind of chuckling to themselves as that ball fell to the floor. Addison Heinge in double digits now. Now Heinge will serve it. That one's going to float too far. Out of bounds. Emily Moritz checking in for the Panthers. Jolie Lean ready to serve. It's a floater across this time. Zubke tries to send it over for the Mustangs, but unable to get it across the net. This time Lean with the fastball, and that's going to be an ace. 4 aces for Jolie Lean. The Panthers have 11 aces tonight. The Mustangs have 5 aces. Panthers will get a free ball in this one. So Moritz has options, and she chooses to go over, and defense not able to respond. Emily Moritz with her first kill for the, it's always fun for the setters when they have that chance. This time Lean's serve is going to be a little bit too far. Coach Carly with the floor mop, cleaning up some perspiration. She's had her hands full with changing rotations tonight, that's for sure. Lauren Hansen with the hit for the Panthers. Almost fell to the floor. Mustangs able to scramble and keep the point alive. Hansen again, and off the Mustang block and down. Lauren Hansen, she may need to ice her shoulder tonight. She's had a lot more swings than normal, but it's been effective. All right, Emily Moritz will serve it now for GPL, up 15-7. Nice hit by Purdy, but Moritz was in the right place at the right time on defense. Zubke into the Panther block, and the Panthers get it across. Zubke tries it again, and the Panther block is there, but it goes off the Panther block and out of bounds. Now Purdy serves it over and is going to get an ace. Purdy has her second ace this evening. And it's 15-9. And once again, another point for Purdy and the Mustangs. Strong serve, probably was going to be going out of bounds, but it was touched by Panther defenders. Purdy has 3 points in a row, and she's up to 4 aces. We're going to have a timeout on the floor called by Coach Carly and the Panthers. They lead 15-11. Welcome back to GPL Gymnasium here in Watertown, South Dakota. Panthers with a 15-11 lead. And that's that's going to be hit out of bounds. Zubke tried to hit it out of the middle, but she had a teammate kind of in the way, and that interrupted her approach. Led to that errant hit. Panthers leading 2-1 as we play here in the fourth. Panthers looking to end the match. That serve went out of bounds, and trying to get out of the way was line judge Mr. Martins, our music teacher. Made the right call in spite of having that ball coming right at him. All right, next point here, Prawl with a nice hit. Great diving dig by Purdy to keep this one alive. But the Panthers back in the system, going to Hansen, and that's been a good recipe throughout the evening. Lauren Hansen, 3 kills here in set number 4. Now she goes back to serve. And it's an overpass. Panthers are going to go to Martins. That's a nice hit off the right side for her. And it goes into the net as the setter tried to send it across on the second hit. Another serve for Hansen. This is going to be Heinge, who hit it really hard, but too hard out of bounds. (19-12) Panthers. This is going to be Nealon out of the middle, and she's going to hit it off of Hansen's hands and out of bounds. So score 1 for Nealon. She now has 4 kills tonight. We have a floor maintenance timeout. Panther coaching staff all over it. It's not a cool night. It's not. We're not going to set any school records for the hottest volleyball game ever, but it's still hot, plenty muggy. And if you played 4 sets, you'd be sweating pretty good too. All right, off the tape and over for Aker. Now Jolie Lean out of the back row. Panthers are going to go to Julia Prawl with the running approach, and she's able to get it down for a Panther kill. Julia Prawl. Well done by the junior. Substitutions for the Panthers. Caitlin Richter into the front row, and Bella Dunsmore back to serve. This will be a tough one for Nealon to get to up close against that net. Heinge with the swing out of the middle, and they're going to say that it did not get across, did not touch the Panther block. So 4 contacts for the Mustangs. So the Panthers open up a 22-13 lead. This is going to be an overpass. Ooh, and nobody there for the Panthers. Learning moment for the sophomore on the court right there. Again, young players getting some experience with the 3 seniors that are out tonight, as Nealon records an ace. Well, if you're the Mustangs, the time is now to make a run, needing to win this set to force the deciding 5th set. Nealon has 2 aces tonight. Panthers are able to tip that one across, and nobody home to take that one. Schleusner with the point for the Panthers. A reminder of football tomorrow, homecoming football game, and then the volleyball team will be in action at home again on Monday. Watkins with the big hit off the defenders and out of bounds. Watkins has 5 kills tonight. And it is match point Panthers at 24-15. Knaus with the good serve across. Purdy sends a free ball over for the Mustangs. Dunsmore to Schleusner, and her hit's going to go out of bounds. Addison Heinge dribbles the ball, ready to send this one across for the Panthers. Dunsmore to Watkins, big swing, too far. Shooting that cross-angled shot towards the back right corner. A little bit too much on that one. Watkins will try it again. This time it goes into the net. So a few in a row here. It's never over till it's over in high school volleyball. Dunsmore, Schleusner into the block and denied by Purdy. And we have a timeout on the floor by Coach Carley and the Panthers. We'll be back in a minute. All right, welcome back. We are late in the fourth. Panthers are at match point here, 24-19. Heinge with a short serve, and that's going to be an ace. Mustangs showing some toughness here, some grit late in the fourth, trying to prolong the evening. Panthers want to end it right here. Watkins with the hit, that's going to go out of bounds. Probably about 6 in a row here for the Mustangs, getting this thing interesting. And it's another point for the Mustangs. Coach Carley out of timeouts, so the girls needed to do it on their own right here. Instead, it's going to be a service error that floats a little too far long. That's going to end the evening tonight. Panthers win the fourth set 25-22 and take the match this evening 3-1. We'll go through some statistical leaders here. Starting with the visiting Waubay Summit Mustangs, a pretty balanced attack amongst a couple of their leading hitters. Purdy with 9 kills, Heinge 7, 8, 9, 11, and Zupke with 8. 4 aces for Purdy leading the Mustangs. They had 11 total aces as it ended up being. For the Panthers, the leading offensive attack coming from Lauren Hansen. She ended up with 8, 12, 15 kills over the 4 sets. Also contributing on the Panther offense, Katura Schleusner with 6 kills, Addison Watkins with 5 kills. For the Panthers, serving, Lauren Hansen with those 5 straight aces in the ending of the 3rd set. Jolie Lean also with 4 aces herself. So, thank you for tuning in to Panther Volleyball this evening. Again, football tomorrow, volleyball back here at home on Monday. It's the next time you can catch the ladies in action. I want to thank you for tuning in this evening, and go Panthers.